QT interval is not increased with A. Acidosis, B. Hyperkalemia, C. Hypercalcemia, D. Digoxin, E. All of the above, F. None of the above. Correct answer E. All of the above. Acidosis is associated with hyperkalemia due to extracellular shift of potassium. Hypercalcemia shortens the ST segment. Digoxin causes shortening of QT interval. Poor R wave progression in chest leads is seen with A. Anterior myocardial infarction, B. Right bundle branch block, C. Right ventricular hypertrophy, D. Right ventricular myocardial infarction. Correct answer A. Anterior myocardial infarction. Prominent R waves are seen in anterior leads with right bundle branch block and right ventricular hypertrophy. Old anterior myocardial infarction may manifest just as poor R wave progression in anterior leads. Least useful for diagnosis of reinfarction after a recent myocardial infarction: A. CPK, B. CPK-MB, C. Troponin T, D. Myoglobin. Correct answer C. Troponin T. Troponin T levels remain elevated for 2 weeks after a myocardial infarction. Hence, it is not useful in diagnosing early reinfarction. Same is true of troponin I. Levels of all the other markers return to baseline after a few days. Hence, a second peak would indicate reinfarction. Atrial rate always equal to ventricular rate in A. Atrioventricular reentrant tachycardia, B. Atrial tachycardia, C. Bundle branch reentry, D. Atrial flutter with bypass tract. Correct answer A. Atrioventricular reentrant tachycardia. In AVRT, since the atria and ventricles are involved in the reentrant circuit, atrial rate is always equal to ventricular rate. The tachycardia will not be sustained if there is a block in either limbs of the circuit, anterograde or retrograde. Atrial tachycardia and flutter can continue in the presence of a block in conduction to the ventricles, though one-to-one conduction is also possible. Bundle branch reentry causes ventricular tachycardia, which can have VA dissociation. Regarding concealed AV bypass tract, true statement is A. Retrograde VA conduction does not occur, B. Does not participate in AVRT, C. Ventricular fibrillation will not occur if atrial fibrillation develops, D. None of the above. Correct answer D. None of the above. In concealed AV bypass tract, it is the anterograde conduction which is absent, making it obscure in sinus rhythm. Retrograde conduction causes AVRT. It is well known that accessory pathway refractory period decreases when the rate increases, as in atrial fibrillation, and anterograde conduction may occur. Step down of pulmonary artery saturation in patent ductus arteriosus is seen in A. Eisenmenger PDA, B. Tetralogy of Fallot with PDA, C. Transposition of great arteries with PDA, D. Total anomalous pulmonary venous connection with PDA. Correct answer C. TGA with PDA. The term step down is used when the given chamber has an oxygen saturation less than that of the proximal chamber. In TGA, aorta is connected to the pulmonary artery and has a lower oxygen saturation. Pulmonary artery is connected to the left ventricle, receiving oxygenated blood from the left atrium. Hence, when there is a PDA, desaturated blood enters the pulmonary artery from the aorta, causing a step down in oxygen saturation compared to left ventricle, which is the proximal chamber in this case. ECG in myocarditis may show all except A. Left bundle branch block, B. Increase in QRS voltage, C. Ventricular tachycardia, D. Ventricular fibrillation. Correct answer B. Increase in QRS voltage. Myocarditis, if at all, should produce a decrease in QRS voltage. Conduction abnormalities like LBBB, ventricular tachycardia or fibrillation may occur as a complication of myocarditis. T-wave inversions and ST segment shifts can also occur in myocarditis. Cardiotoxic effect of hyperkalemia is increased by A. Hypernatremia, B. Hypercalcemia, C. Hypocalcemia, D. Alkalosis. Correct answer C. Hypocalcemia. Intravenous calcium is given for the treatment of hyperkalemia. It may be noted that infusion of calcium into experimental perfused heart preparations causes cardiac arrest in systole, while infusion of potassium causes cardiac arrest in diastole. Cold potassium cardioplegia is routinely used in open heart surgery to arrest the heart. Native valve endocarditis least amenable to treatment. A. Fungi. B. Aerobic gram-negative bacteria. C. Staphylococcus aureus. D. Enterococci. Correct answer A. Fungi. Fungal endocarditis is characterized by large vegetations and is the most difficult to treat among the native valve endocarditis. Prolonged treatment courses and poor results are the rule. Fortunately, it is much rare compared to the other types. In isolated diastolic dysfunction as compared to isolated systolic dysfunction, A. Increased end diastolic volume, B. Increased end systolic volume, C. Increased ejection fraction, D. None of the above. Correct answer D. None of the above. Increased end diastolic volume and end systolic volume are seen in systolic dysfunction. Ejection fraction is normal in diastolic dysfunction and decreased in systolic dysfunction. End diastolic pressure is elevated in both diastolic and systolic dysfunction. EA reversal is a feature of diastolic dysfunction noted on Doppler echocardiography. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future updates and click on the bell icon for all updates. Thank you.